So in this class we are going to solve the sum of the problems in a three-phase transformer. A three-phase transformer is used to step down the voltage of a three-phase 11 kVA feeder line. The per phase turns ratio is 12. For a primary line current of 20 amperes, calculate the secondary line voltage and line current and output kVA for the following connections: star delta and delta star. First, let me take the star delta. The primary is connected in star. Star. Whereas secondary is connected in a delta. This is the delta connection. Three phases which are connected in a delta. Okay. The three terms taken outside. But here, one of the important point is that the three-phase transformer is used to step down the voltage of three-phase 11 kVA feeder line. See, here we have a 11 kVA feeder line. Nothing but the primary voltage what is given here 11 kVA. Step down the voltage. Nothing but suppose here if it is the n number of turns per phase in a NP is the number of turns in a per phase in a primary winding. NS is nothing but a number of turns per phase, number of turns in secondary per phase. But here this value is given a 12. Nothing but a step down. The secondary voltage should be less than the primary voltage. Secondary voltage should be less than the primary voltage. But here NS should be less than the NP. Number of turns in secondary winding should be less than the number of turns in a primary winding. But here this ratio is given as a 12. Nothing but it is defined as a number of turns in a primary winding to the secondary winding, then only you are getting the value 12. We should not take it as the number of turns in the secondary winding to the primary winding. Suppose if we take the number of turns in secondary winding to the primary winding, this quantity becomes less than the 1. Because the number of turns in the secondary winding will be less than the number of turns in the primary winding. But here the value is given N12. So the turns ratio of a transformer is defined as, in this problem, number of turns in the primary winding to the number of turns in the secondary winding, that we have taken as a 12. In this manner it is defined. That is depending upon the other. But in this problem, it is defined in this manner. Number of turns in the primary winding to the number of turns in the secondary winding, that is equal to the 12. That is equal to the 12. That value is given. That you have to keep in mind. That is a crucial point in this problem. Next, calculate the secondary line voltage. See here the primary voltage is given. This is start connection. Line to line voltage, unless until if the voltage is given not mentioned, means that is line voltage only. That is line voltage. So 11 kVA voltage is given. Line to line voltage, primary voltage. This is feeder line. Feeder line. Per phase primary voltage equal to, this is star connection. So line voltage divided by root 3. This is per phase voltage. This we are getting a 6.35 kV. Primary voltage. Now we are going to find out the secondary voltage. Per phase secondary voltage, nothing but the voltage induced in any, this is delta, any one winding. That is equal to primary voltage, see here, primary voltage 6.35 into number of turns in secondary winding divided by number of turns in a primary winding. Per phase number of turns in a per phase values. So, but here we know value of NP by NS. So, how much we are getting? 6.35. This is equal to 6.35 divided by 12. How much we are getting here? we are getting the 0.529. This is equal to 0.529 kilovolts. This is the per phase secondary voltage. Per phase secondary voltage. See, calculate the secondary line voltage. Secondary line voltage, that is over, because it is delta connection. So the per phase line voltage equal to this per phase voltage equal to, it is equal to line voltage. Line voltage. Now we come to the line current. Secondary line current. First you have to calculate the primary current. The primary current is given 20 amperes. Here 20 amperes. The line current equal to phase current. This is the phase current. This is I phase. Because the primary is connected to star, so the phase current in a primary winding, that is equal to line current, that is equal to 20 amperes. That is equal to 20 amperes. Now the per phase current in a secondary, nothing but a here the current which is flowing in one winding, that is equal to, that you take it as a secondary per phase current equal to, secondary per phase equal to primary per phase current into primary current into number of turns in a primary winding, that is NP, divided by number of turns in a secondary. Already we know the value of NP by NS, that is given as 12. So the secondary current equal to 20 into 12, 240 amperes. So 240 amperes. The per phase secondary current is 240 amperes. No, but here the secondary winding is connected in delta, so line current is root 3 times the phase current. So 240 into 1.732, that is equal to 415.68 amperes. This is with a delta connection. Star delta. First case is over. In the first case, one more parameter also we had to calculate, that is output kVA of a transformer. So already we know that the output kVA of a transformer, that is equal to root 3 VL IL. So this is equal to root 3 into the VL value already we know, that is 0.529 into IL 415.68. We are getting the value 380.85 kVA. This is the rating of a transformer. When the transformer is connected in a star delta. The same manner you can able to calculate the, if the same transformer is connected in a delta delta. Now we are going to see that. Now the transformer is connected in delta delta. The primary winding which is connected in delta. Take the 3 terminals outside. This is feeder line which is giving a voltage of 11 kV. The same manner the secondary also connected in a delta. In the problem it is given that the feeder line is carrying a current of 20 amperes. First we are going to find out the what is the secondary line voltage. To find the secondary line voltage, first of all you have to calculate the primary voltage. So the primary voltage, primary winding, this is primary, which is connected in delta. It is also connected in a delta, secondary. So when the primary is connected in delta, the phase voltage is equal to line voltage, nothing but this voltage. This voltage is also 11 kVA. Voltage across one winding, nothing but a phase voltage. Now when you calculate the secondary per phase secondary voltage, see in the problem it is given that NP by NS equal to 12. So the per phase secondary voltage, nothing but the voltage induced in one winding, that is equal to per phase primary voltage 11 kV into number of turns in secondary winding, that is NS, divided by NP. So we are getting the value 11 by 12. How much we are getting? 0.916 kilovolt. See, it is also connected in delta, so this voltage is equal to the line voltage. This voltage is equal to the line voltage. How much voltage induced in a phase winding? The same amount of voltage will be appears across the line also. The one quantity is over. Next, current, line current. To find the secondary line current, first of all you have to calculate the phase current. But here the primary winding is connected in delta, the line current is given, so 20 divided by 1.732. So phase current becomes the current flowing in one phase 11.54 amperes. So the per phase current in a secondary winding, that is equal to this current 11.54 into number of turns in primary winding, NP by NS. We are getting the value, how much means into 12, we are getting the 138.568 amperes. This much of current is flowing in a phase. So line current equal to the secondary winding is connected in delta, so the line current equal to root 3 times this value into 1.732. We are getting the 240 amperes. This is line current. Second quantity is over. This is first quantity, this is the second quantity with the delta connection. Now the kVA rating of the transformer with a delta connection, kVA rating with the delta connection, that is equal to root 3 VL into IL. VL is nothing but secondary voltage, that is 0. Anything you can take it, root 3 into 0. Secondary voltage, that is 0.916 into line current 240. How much you are getting? .76 kVA. This is the. Now we are going to see one more problem. 11,000 by 415 delta star transformer feeding a power to the 30 kilowatt 415 volts 3-phase induction motor having efficiency of 90% and full load power factor of 0.833. Calculate the transformer rating and phase and line current at both HV winding and LV winding. Both HV winding and LV winding. See here. So what is the type of connection of the transformer here? Delta star. So the primary winding is connected in delta. See here, primary winding is connected in a delta. The secondary winding is connected in a star. This is the secondary winding which is connected in a star. Is feeding a power to the induction motor. This is the induction motor, 3-phase induction motor. The induction motor rating is given 30 kilowatt at 415 volts. The efficiency of a transformer is, induction motor is given, that is 90%. And power factor also given, that is 0.833 lagging. 833 lagging. These are the data which is given in the problem. So whenever for induction motor the power rating is given, means that is the output power only. Now the efficiency of a induction motor is given, so we can easily find out how much power is taken by the induction motor. So output divided by the input, output divided by the efficiency of a transformer, that is 30 divided by 0.9, we are getting the 33.33%. That much of power will be taken by the induction motor, that should be given by the transformer here. This transformer should be given. How much power? The output power of a transformer, that becomes a 33.33 kilowatt. In terms of kVA, divide by power factor 0.833. So 40 kVA. In terms of kVA, this is the 40 kVA. Nothing but this much of power should be given by the secondary winding of a transformer to the induction motor in kW. This is the value in kVA. And one more parameter is given, 415 volts. This is line to line voltage. Nothing but indirectly it is given that the voltage given secondary winding line to line voltage 415 volts. Now once we know the power and this voltage, then we can calculate the line current IL. Root 3 equal to, here we are writing root 3 VL IL equal to 40 kVA. So IL equal to 40 divided by root 3 into 415, 415. You are getting the value in kilo amperes. 40 divided by 1.732 equal to divided by 415 equal to nothing but a 55.64 amperes. 55.64 amperes. This is the line current here. 64 amperes. Line current. So the same here, the secondary is connected in delta, so the line current equal to the phase current. Nothing but a 55.64 amperes. 64 amperes. Next. Now come to the secondary voltage. Sorry, primary voltage. See here, the line to line voltage is 415 volts, but when you come to the phase voltage of secondary winding, this is the phase voltage which is connected in star. So 415 divided by 1.732, you are getting the 239.60 volts. This is the phase voltage. We know the relation between the secondary voltage to the primary voltage or primary voltage to the secondary voltage. primary voltage to the secondary voltage. See here 415 volts is there, nothing but the primary should be the this much of voltage. Logically also you can write it here. The secondary voltage is 415 line to line voltage, so the primary line to line voltage should be the 11,000 volts. 11,000 volts. So the phase voltage becomes a same because it is delta connected. The same amount of voltage will be appears across the phase. Now we have to find out the current. See here, secondary per phase current is given. So per phase primary current equal to per phase primary current equal to IP equal to the secondary 55 point this phase current. Now primary per phase current equal to this is equal to secondary current 64 into secondary current into number of turns in a secondary winding, nothing but a voltage divided by the this current, this voltage. So how much we are current we are getting? 55.64 into 415 equal to divided by 11,000. We are getting the current as a 2.099 amperes. This is the per phase current. Now when you come to the line current into root 3, so into 1.732, we are getting the 3.635 amperes. So with this per phase current, per phase secondary current as well line current we have calculated. The same manner the per phase and line per phase current and line current on the primary side also we have calculated. This is the HV winding, high voltage winding. This is the LV winding. So with this, what are the things asked in the problem we have calculated. Transformer rating. Rating of transformer. The rating of transformer should be equal to the this one, 40 kVA. So the rating of transformer here I am writing that is 40 kVA. This is equal to root 3 VL IL secondary side, root 3 into 415 into IL 55.64. We are getting the this value. See, in this manner we can calculate what are the parameters asked in the problem. Now let we go for the one more problem. Industrial load takes 100 amperes from the 3-phase 1100 by 400 volts 50 hertz star delta transformer. Calculate the power consumed by the load and the kVA rating of the transformer and phase and line current on both HV and LV windings of a transformer. See here what of the type of connection is given? Star delta. The primary winding is connected in a star. This is the primary winding which is connected in a star. The secondary winding is connected in delta, that is given in the problem. This is delta. Take the 3 terminals outside See here, industrial load is connected. Industrial load, which is taking a current of 100 amperes, which is taking current of 100 amperes. The voltage rating of transformer is given, that is, this is 1100 line to line voltage. See here 400 volts. First we are calculating the kVA rating of transformer. So the kVA rating of transformer, that is equal to root 3 VLIL, secondary side. So root 3 into 400 into 100, you are getting the how much? Divided by 1000, that we are going to convert it into the kilovolt amperes. So here you are getting the 40 into 69.28 kVA. 28 kVA. That is the rating of transformer, right? Rating of transformer. One thing is over. Rating of transformer. Next, phase and line current on both HV side and LV side. This is the HV side where the voltage rating is high. This is the LV side. The voltage is given here. So here the secondary is getting the 400 volts, means the primary should be subjected to the this much of voltage, 1100 volts. 1100 volts. Now in case of phase voltage, phase is nothing but this one. It is connected in a star. So the phase voltage is equal to 1100 divided by 1.732, that is equal to 635.10 volts. 10 volts. Primary side. Now we come to the secondary. Come to current. This is line current. Now phase current equal to, whereas secondary is connected in delta, so phase current equal to 100 divided by 1.732. So the phase current equal to 57.736 amperes. This is the phase current. Per phase current in a secondary side. Now we are going to calculate the per phase current in a primary side. The per phase current in a primary side, this is equal to the secondary current, nothing but a 57.736 into secondary current into 400 divided by 1100. Secondary current into number of turns in the secondary side divided by the number of turns in primary side. But the number of turns is not given, but the voltage rating is given. So the voltage rating is directly proportional to the per phase number of turns in a primary as well as secondary. So we have taken that value. So the per phase current equal to 20.99 amperes, nothing but a 21 amperes phase current. But here the primary winding is connected in the star, the phase current equal to the line current, same amount of current. This is IL, this is I phase. The phase